welcome to Portugal.
Oh,
It's a pleasure to have you here after the show in Munich, which I have attended.
I remember.
I remember, thank you. I also remember it was a very good show. And the audience was very, very, very interested. I think it was...
It was very impressive because
Yes.
Munich is always an occasion for Audio to show new product or new technology or new prototype. So it's always risky for them, I would say. And the second risk is to bring a live musician. Yeah, because when you do that, you have to be super confident in your product.
That's true.
Oui. So, for some people may think it maybe looks arrogant, but for me it's very more confident, you know. And it's a pleasure. I'm doing this for 8 years now.
8 years. How did it start with Audio Note, your partnership?
It started with David Cope, the US dealer. Not dealer, the US now is a dealer, but at that time he was the representative of Audio Note in North America. I worked on that time on Pure Cello, the album Pure Cello for cello. My goal for that project was to make one of the best cello solo recording. So I tried to assemble a team, and Audio Note was represented by David Cope at that time. And Peter Gortrop, he sponsored my bow.
Was that the Pure Cello album?
The white one, though. By the way, we sold all the vinyl, and Peter is doing a new production. So yes, it's so Peter first is for that project. He sponsored my bow, made by a Canadian maker, Eric Gagné, and it was after that we did crowdfunding, and unfortunately the crowdfunding was not as successful as we expected. So Peter, he decided in December of 2015, he said, okay, I had that dream to have my own music label, with Audio Note, so let's use Pure Cello as an opportunity to build Audio Note music. So he invites me and David Cope into UK for a week. We discuss about that. It was, I do the short story. It was super interesting. And then the last day, Peter came to the hotel just to say bye. And I said to Peter, I have a few words for you. He said, okay, Vincent, I have 5 minutes. I answered, yeah, I only need 2 minutes. So I sit him on a chair, and I put the cello like this, and I tried to just do this type of sound, and I play, I think, the beginning of one piece of Bach. And I said to Peter, this is what I heard, you know, why I love Audio Note so much. It's because, for me, I hear the musician behind the music.
Not just the instrument.
No, it's the emotion that the composer or the musician or the interpreter, and in any style of music for me. It could be noise rock, it could be jazz, it could be full classical, baroque music, a cello instrument, cello solo, or whatever solo instrument. So this is how I connected to the sound of Audio Note. And of course,
what about the tonality of the sound? Does it sound like the real thing when you use Audio Note amplifiers?
You know, Audio Note is a complete system from cables to the source to everything. So there's a synergy. So when you have on every level, my answer is yes. Even the Cobra upstairs, you know, it's for me. I love the Cobra, and
I love the Cobra too. I tested it.
I think it's a fantastic.
It sounds very smooth, very
smooth, and you have the kick. You know, you have some kick in the sound, and you have the tone, the beautiful tone. The inbuilt DAC especially is a fantastic DAC.
Do you think that has anything to do with tubes?
Oui, I think yes. I heard some nice, you know, in 10 years, I heard some nice solid state, I would say, to be honest. But the tube, and the way Audio Note, you know, it's fast. We don't, sometimes tube amplifier, it's a bit slow. It's a bit like the Big Bertha. Bon. But with Audio Note, I found it very fast. You know, you have the grip. You have the the grip of
The time
the
too.
oh, yes. So it's very fast. This is what I like. Me and a friend of mine in Germany is using the Paladin with the 45. It's 1.5 watt, but you know it's very low, global, and it's you have all the delicacy, the tonality. What I like, what I said to Martin Guenard from Ozono during the Munich Hi-Fi Show, what I like with Ozono, you look the score, and you have everything, because when you have an instrument that play, let's say, fortissimo, but the accompaniment play pianissimo, let's say, but you feel the accompaniment. The fortissimo player doesn't take all the space. You still have.
It's still there.
It's still there. Because music, it's about details. And for me, what impressed me with Ozono, it's not the bing, 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 lot of bass. It is impressive. It is impressive. But me, as a Vincent Bélanger, the cellist,
it's the nuances that matter.
Exactly. And the tonality.
A good word, because it's the same in French and English.
Oui.
Nuance.
Nuance, exactly. So this is what why I fall in love with the brand personally.
I've heard that you help them tune up the amplifiers.
Me?
Ye?
Oh,
You listen to a new product and
I always listen to new product, but not in a way. Sometimes I give my advice.
yeah, sure.
But you know, I don't have the skill of Darko.
Technical skills,
No, I don't have that skill.
but you have the musical skills.
Yes, exactly. But you know, I trust Darko Gregoras, the team, and Andy Grove. You know, they are fantastic. Darko, if you met, he was there in Munich. He's the perfect engineer and music. You know, it's very rare to find someone like that. He has this I would say, this expression. You can forget the technique and just talk about emotion. This is what I love about Darko. This is why I dedicate a piece to him, the Darko, in my demo. So Darko is fantastic. And the Grove, every time I go to the factory, I spend 30 minutes to 1 hour sometimes. We just discuss about music, what he has in mind. And he asked me how it's going in Canada, what project I'm listening to, what I think about the product I'm listening to. So, you know, of course, people say, "Oh, Vincent, you're biased," because yes, I'm biased, but it's not a wrong way. You know, when I meet Peter, he hugs me like, you know, how are you? Blah, blah, and he's talking about music. The first time I met Peter, he never talked about any bits, any valve, blah, blah, blah. He put some old recording, cello, double bass, first album he put when I met him. It was, he talked about music all the time. And one of my first impression about Peter was, man, this guy knows more about the cello than a lot of cellists, I would say. Not myself, because I'm
Not
a master.
yourself.
No, I'm joking. But this is how I met Peter, and we built this musical ambassador functions, and it's unique. When you think about that, it's he took a musician, Peter, and he says, "Okay, now I will train you to have the audiophile ears." I don't like that word audiophile, because it could be audio with sound, and file you love sound, but I prefer music lover.
It's all about music.
Oui, because we.
Do you have a audio note system at home?
I have a KLX in slate finish. I love them so much. I use the Cobra often, but my dream system, I have a dream system. It's the A&E SPHE Signature level 3, a complete level 3 system. For me, the level 3,
It's more balance.
all levels are balanced, I would say. But the level 3, because, you know, without the note, more you go, more you have. But think about that. The speakers, for example, is the same guy who made the entry level to the very expensive level. So it's coherent.
Yes.
When you buy the AX102, for
It's
example,
the same philosophy.
exactly. It's the same. It's the same hand who touches the speakers. These one or the very expensive one. So there's a coherence, you know. And Peter, I asked him once. I say, why you don't go in Asia, for example, to he say I prefer to stay in Europe. And if people doesn't like my product, they go next door, you know. They just.
He doesn't want to be rich selling amplifiers.
It's you know, in terms of sound compromising, it's too huge because you really lose the possibilities to lose the taste of your brand. And for you know, Peter Gvortrop, as I say even yesterday, is people hate him or they adores him. You know, and
He has a mission.
yes, he has his more than he has his vision into music and whatever.
And
It might sound like a cult, but it's not. You know, it's just, you know, Peter Gvortrop. He goes to concert often, live concerts. He sponsors a live like me. He sponsors other great artists, Ed Nashton, the pianist, for example. So he's very into that. You know, Nausea. He bought all the production of Nausea, noise rock. It's from Netherlands. Why? Because he liked that, and with reason. Because without the notes, you hear all the details. And what I say is, if it's good for classical music, it's good for any type of music. I think not only when you put the symphony, for example, the Kluge from Karl Orff, the percussion, I would say, department of that music is huge. So if it works for that, it will work for Nausea for sure. This is what I like, and without the note, as a musician for recording, it's transformed my way of thinking. You know, you can do extreme nuance now because the system can reproduce it. How many see okay, it's too exaggerated. Back in time, I had no choice to say, you're right, because I know nothing about it. But no.
Now,
Keep it as low as possible. Because this is what we like, you know, the extreme range. This is how music, you know, sometimes when we work on pure cello, we start very pianissimo to make sure that easy playing is not playing, you know. We like this kind of effect, you know.
when you make your recordings, do you use tube microphones?
Yes, it depends. Yes, but we have yes. With for example, the cello and organ, it will be released this year. We use the old RCA. It's a very fantastic one.
And you just use a pair of microphones at a certain
yes,
distance,
a pair of
not inside the cello.
That inside the cello, but sometimes, you know, when it's a digital recording, they want some backup, you know. Let's be fair. But most of the time, it's a pair of microphones. And we go more in that. We want to do more and more in a pure analog project with other. It's a cost. It's not the digital recording. The good point is it's cheap, much cheaper. When you do a full analog, the price goes with that. And you know, the vinyl, I have to sell the vinyl like €100. So it's the cost. So there's a lot of things to think about that because and most of analog recording, as an independent artist or independent label like Original Music, you need to sell a lot, you know, to make sure that it's worth it.
I was told that unfortunately you had a problem with your cello, so you had to borrow this one for this show.
The Original community, my friend. It's marvelous. You know, there's always a solution. You go here. It's from a jar. He found a solution. He has a friend. He's a principal cello here, and he has this second backup. I have two cello as well too.
It looks like a well-seasoned instrument.
It's a fantastic instrument, I think.
And you like the sound of the cello?
I like it very much.
Okay.
I think I think it will be a nice demo.
Well, thank you, Vincent, for your interview. And now let's listen to your show.